Hi everybody and welcome back to the channel. So today we're doing an upgrade on the Royal Enfield Himalayan 450, and today we're going to do probably one of the cheapest and easiest upgrades, and that's a decap pipe. So I've got my buddy Stuart's bike here as well. He's also got the Himalayan 450. He's already done this upgrade, so it just gives us a little opportunity to hear the before and after on the exhaust note. So let's just listen to the stock exhaust first. Let's fire up the other Himalayan. Let's add the decap pipe already fitted. We'll leave this bike running. We'll just fire up mine again, and then we can just do a side-by-side comparison. So on tick over, there is a noticeable difference, but as soon as you start revving the bike with the decap exhaust, it gets throatier and more raspier. So I've got a decibel meter on my phone. We'll just get the bikes fired up again and just see if there's a difference with the decibels. So that was reading about 77 decibels. Let's fire up the bike with the decap pipe. So this bike was coming out at 85 decibels, so again, there is a slight difference there. So the pipe was ordered off eBay and it comes direct from India. It's £48 and that was including delivery. Took about 8 days, and actually looking at the quality of this and the welding, it looks pretty cool. Like I said, this is probably one of the cheapest upgrades you could do for this Himalayan 450. So as for performance enhancing, I don't think it's going to make a massive difference. It's not exactly going to pull your arms off changing this pipe. You're going to get a better sound, and also there's going to be a bit of a weight saving there, which we're going to find out. So the next stage is to get the cat off the bike. We'll weigh both the stock one and the link pipe and see what we're making on the weight saving. So let's get it on the bike. So first things first, we're just going to remove this heat shield. Like I said, this is going to be quite an easy one. Even I can do this. I think we've only got a couple of screws to take out. And there we go, there's the heat shield off. So by the looks of it, we've got a clamp here to remove and one under there. We've also got a bolt here as well, just to take the silencer off. So with a 12mm socket and a 12mm spanner, just to stop that nuts rotating on the back, we'll just take that off. And it's the same size, just to take the clamp off as well, off the silencer. Just loosen that off. Yeah, that comes off nice and easy. There's another one just right under here as well. And the good thing is we haven't got to start messing around with the O2 sensors, because they're right up in this front pipe here. Okay, so we've got the silencer off. There's two more nuts you've got to get to. They are a little bit awkward, but you're going to need two 12mm spanners, preferably with the socket ratchet on the end, because you need to get one on the back to stop the nut turning. And they're kind of located, I don't know if you can see in there, I've just got the spanner on there, but just shine a bit of light in there. So we've got a spanner holding it, and I've got the ratchet one on the back. So we've got a bolt there and one on the other side that we just need to take out, which will then drop this this cat out the bike. That's the nut off. Okay, so we've got some movement there now. Just gives us a little bit of wiggle room now to get this side out. So you've just got one nut to take off the opposite side as well, and if we just get right in there with a light, you can perhaps see where I've just got that spanner on, and you will need 2 spanners as well. So ideally, to get this side off, you're going to need something like a ratchet spanner as well. You need one on the opposite side just to hold the nut whilst you undo it, and you might need a little bit of light as well because it's a bit dark down there, but like I say, once you've got the spanners on, they are quite easy to do. I can just get my hand in now and just feel the nut as them. So that's come off. So yeah, a little bit awkward to do that one, but not impossible. If we go around the other side, there we go. God, I tell you what, it has got a bit of weight to it, so we'll give that a weigh in a minute and see what the weight saving is. So you can just see with that cap removed how much space there is there now. Okay, so I've just put a bit of string through this D-cap pipe just so I can weigh it with these scales, and let's see how much the new part weighs to start with. And we've got it in at half a kilo, 0.53 of a kilo to be exact. That is light. How much will this cat weigh? Like I say, it does feel a little bit weightier, and that is coming in at 3 kilos there. So there's a significant difference, 2.5 kilo weight saving. That's got to be a cheap weight saving at £48. It's got to be easier than going on a diet. So I'm also going to use some of this exhaust assembly paste just to create a bit of a gasket, a bit of a seal when joining the 2 pipes together. Okay, so we've just put the silencer back on. The only thing we had to do is literally swap out the original clamps that were on the original exhaust to these U-bolt clamps just to get a little bit more grip on there as well. Because I did find these weren't quite tightening up, which is a bit strange because on my buddy's bike, Stuart, his was absolutely fine. So we've put them on, that seems to have gripped it. There was probably only 1 mil in it. We just measured it. It was kind of 40 mil on the silencer, and it was 39 mil there. We just need something to pull it in tight, but I could actually just fire it up now. So yeah, that definitely sounds a little bit more throatier. We're just going to wait for that kind of that paste to dry as well. A little bit of heat actually does encourage it, and we've also just got to put this this guard on as well, which actually covers that kind of horrible looking U-bolt clamp. So we'll just pop that back on, and that's a job well done, I think. So there you have it, guys. That was the installation for the D-cap link pipe on the Himalayan 450. I've got to say, I think aesthetically it really does tidy up that back end a little bit more. I know also we've saved 2.5 kilos in weight, which has got to be a positive. As for performance, we'll find out when we take this bike for a ride. So I hope you've enjoyed the video, and if you're not subscribed to the channel, please do so. Give us a like, and I'll see you in the next one.